Short Story 89, The Puppy Patch, Chapter 1, A Surprise Delivery. In the heart of the sunny countryside, nestled amongst hills of golden sunflowers, stood a charming farmhouse. Here lived the Miller family, Mr. and Mrs. Miller, their two children, Lucy and Sam, and their beloved old sheepdog, Gus. One bright morning, as the rooster crowed and the sun peeked over the hills, Lucy skipped to the farmhouse porch. She expected, as usual, to see Gus basking in the warm rays, but to her surprise, instead of seeing her furry friend, she spotted a curious wooden crate tucked just below the porch swing. "Sam! Sam!" Lucy called, rushing inside. "There's a box outside! Come see!" Sam, still sleepy-eyed, stumbled out, dragging his feet, but the sight of the crate perked him right up. Together they cautiously approached it. It was small, with holes punched in the sides, and faint whimpers coming from within. Lucy peeked through a hole. "Oh, Sam!" she gasped, her eyes wide. "Puppies!" Inside the crate, cuddling together, were 4 adorable puppies. One was brown and fluffy, another was black and white with floppy ears, the third was a golden ball of sunshine, and the last, the smallest, was a timid brindle with big, curious eyes. Sam couldn't help but grin. "They're so cute!" he exclaimed. The puppies, sensing their presence, squirmed excitedly and barked. Lucy reached through a hole, gently stroked the brown puppy's soft head. Its tail wagged furiously, and it licked her finger with its tiny pink tongue. The children soon realized the puppies were all alone. There was no mother dog in sight. "What should we do?" Lucy asked, worry creeping into her voice. Sam thought for a moment. "We can't leave them here," he said firmly. "They're too little, and they need help." With that, they carefully lifted the crate and brought it inside, careful not to wake their parents. They settled it in a cozy corner of the living room and lined it with towels. Chapter 2. New Arrivals. Gus, the old sheepdog, stirred and trotted over to investigate the commotion. He sniffed the puppies cautiously, his tail wagging slowly. The puppies, at first startled, soon began to lick his muzzle with their soft tongues. Gus let out a low rumble, a sign of contentment. Lucy and Sam knew they had to take care of the puppies. They fetched some warm milk and, using small spoons, carefully fed each one. The puppies lapped up the milk with gusto, their tiny bellies bulging. Exhausted from their adventure, the puppies soon curled up together and fell asleep. Lucy and Sam, watching them slumber, felt a surge of protectiveness. They decided to name the puppies Patch, Dot, Goldie, and Pip. Chapter 3. Puppy Playtime. The next few days were a whirlwind of activity. The puppies grew stronger and more playful. They chased each other around the house, nipped at Lucy and Sam's clothes, and explored every corner with their curious noses. Gus, surprisingly, took on the role of a mentor, patiently teaching the pups how to play fetch and follow simple commands. The farmhouse was filled with the sounds of happy barks, playful growls, and the constant patter of tiny paws. It was chaos, but it was the best kind of chaos. One sunny afternoon, Lucy and Sam took the puppies out to the backyard. The puppies, overwhelmed by the vastness of the space, froze for a moment. Then Patch, the bravest of the bunch, let out a playful bark and took off. The others, emboldened, followed close behind. They chased butterflies, tumbled over each other in the grass, and dug holes with their enthusiastic paws. Lucy and Sam laughed as they watched their new furry friends revel in the newfound freedom. Chapter 4. A Family Found. By the time Mr. and Mrs. Wooler woke up, the news of the surprise delivery had spread throughout the farmhouse. Gus, normally reserved, trotted into their bedroom, wagging his tail excitedly, as if to tell them the news himself. Lucy and Sam rushed in, eager to show their parents the puppies. Mr. and Mrs. Miller were speechless. They knelt down and scooped up the puppies, showering them with love and gentle pats. Their hearts melted at the sight of the 4 bundles of joy. "Oh, what a lovely surprise!" Mrs. Miller exclaimed, cradling Goldie in her arms. "Where did they come from?" Lucy and Sam explained how they had found the crate on the porch and how they had fallen in love with the mischievous pups. Mr. Miller scratched Patch behind the ears. "Well, they certainly brighten up the place," he chuckled. Despite the family's instant affection for the puppies, they knew they couldn't simply keep them. Finding their rightful owner was a priority. They put up posters around the village and even placed an ad in the local newspaper. Days turned into weeks, but there was no answer. Meanwhile, the puppies thrived in their temporary home. They became inseparable from Lucy and Sam, joining them on walks through the sunflower fields, picnics by the stream, and cosy evenings by the fireplace. Gus, their gentle guardian, continued to teach them the ways of the farmhouse. One rainy afternoon, as the family huddled inside, a knock came at the door. A kind-faced woman stood on the porch, her eyes widening at the sight of the 4 playful pups. Are these, she stammered, tears welling up in her eyes. Mrs. Miller recognized her instantly. It was Mrs. Honeyfield, who lived on the farm on the other side of the hill. Her beloved old collie, Lassie, had gone missing weeks ago. "Oh, Mrs. Honeyfield," Lucy cried, rushing to hug her, "we found your puppies!" And there, amongst the happy barks and joyful tears, the lost puppies found their way back home. Mrs. Honeyfield showered them with kisses and thanked the Miller family profusely. But saying goodbye wasn't easy. Lucy and Sam especially found their hearts tugging at the sight of their furry friends leaving. Mrs. Honeyfield, sensing their sadness, made a generous offer. "Why don't you visit them any time you like?" she said. "They miss you already, I know." And so a new chapter began. The sunflower fields continued to bloom. Gus kept watch over the farm, and Lucy and Sam added an exciting new activity to their days, visiting Patch, Dot, Goldie and Pip at Mrs. Honeyfield's farm. The journey of the surprise delivery had brought joy, responsibility, and most importantly, a friendship that blossomed alongside the sunflowers, as warm and bright as the summer sun. Vocabulary Notes. Chapter 1. Crate, a wooden box used to transport things. Peeks, take a quick look. Whimpers, make soft crying sounds. Brown and fluffy, describes the colour and texture of fur. Black and white with floppy ears, describes the colours and features of a puppy. Golden ball of sunshine, uses figurative language to describe a yellow puppy. Brindle, a type of fur pattern with streaks of brown. Curious, wanting to know or learn something. Prospect, a possibility or chance. Cautiously, carefully and slowly. Cozy corner, a comfortable and sheltered place. Towels, pieces of cloth used for drying. Chapter 2. Sheepdog, a type of dog bred to work with sheep. Rumbled, made a low growling sound. Progressively, gradually or step by step. Gumboots, waterproof boots. Scampered, ran or moved quickly. Gusto, enthusiasm or enjoyment. Bulging, swelling or protruding. Chapter 3. Whirlwind, something happening very quickly and with a lot of activity. Overwhelmed, feeling too much of something. Embolden, given more courage or confidence. Reveling, enjoying something greatly. Patchwork, something made up of different pieces sewn together, used here to figuratively to describe the different colours of the puppies. Tumbled, fell or rolled over playfully. Enthusiastic pause, pause used with excitement and energy. Chapter 4. Showering, giving something in great abundance. Speechless, unable to speak because of surprise or emotion. Priority, something that is important and needs to be done first. Ad, a short message used to advertise something. thrived, grew and did well. Inseparable, always together and never apart. Snuggled, cuddled close together. Guardian, someone who protects or takes care of someone or something. Kind-faced, having a friendly and gentle expression. Widening, becoming larger. Stammered, spoke with difficulty or hesitation. Bonus. Sunflowers, tall plants with large yellow flowers that face the sun. Stream, a small river. Fireplace, a place where a fire is built for warmth and comfort. Collie, a large breed of dog with a thick, long coat. Blossomed, grew and flourished. Story written by Google Bard AI. Image created by Copilot AI. Hello, this is Steve. If you enjoyed the story, please would you click on the like icon and take the time to leave a comment. If you want to know when the next story has been uploaded, please click on the notify bell icon to be notified. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and tell your English learning friends so they can benefit too. Thank you.